DuPagers! We are here at the Glen Ellyn Public Library bringing you an important new announcement as we roll into the new year here at Sustain DuPage. It is our first ever new mission project, the DuPage Turners, which is a curated literature reading group designed to bring our valuable volunteers and members of our community knowledge and a safe space to discuss issues of the environment and sustainability and understand why it is that we do all of the important things we do in our other mission projects.
Hi everybody, I'm David. I've been volunteering with Sustain DuPage for about a year now, and I'm excited to be here with Beth and ask her about this new Turners mission. So Beth, what's your ideal vision for how Turners is going to unfold over the next year? What would be your dream?
Sure. So my ideal vision for the Turners would be that we provide people with a space where they can learn about sustainability theory in an open and welcoming way. So at Sustain DuPage, up until now, we've been very focused on grassroots action projects. So that's amazing because it gives us an immediate concrete payoff to feel great and to feel like you've learned something or done something that is of value for the community and you've learned a new skill. The only problem with that and the way that we can grow is by providing ourselves with the theory behind why we do these things. So in order to change our habits and provide ourselves with sustainable growth as a community, to lead ourselves in living a more sustainable lifestyle, is that we understand the foundations and the why. So that's where Turners will come in. It will provide us with this place where we can give ourselves knowledge and the forum to grow in our understanding of sustainability theory.
So Beth, one of the things I worry about in a discussion group like this with literature is that it could turn into like an echo chamber. Are people with opposing viewpoints going to be welcome in this group?
People with opposing viewpoints will absolutely be welcome in this group, and that's such an important question because we want everyone to feel welcome. In order to learn and to really create a community which fosters intellectual freedom and open discussion, which is what we are about here at Sustain DuPage, then we absolutely have to welcome opposing viewpoints, because it is only when our viewpoints are challenged in a constructive and respectful way that we are able to grow and learn by furthering our own. So you can't, unless you're called upon to defend your beliefs and to really intellectually and logically and rationally reinforce those in a conversation, then you will never learn. So, it's that old Facebook syndrome. If you on Facebook only want to see the things that reinforce your beliefs, you are never asked to grow and you are never asked to defend those beliefs. So an echo chamber is actually the opposite of what we want. However, at Sustain DuPage, we do have an intersectionality clause, which means that we want everyone who attends our meetings to be respectful and welcoming of those with different beliefs, backgrounds, creeds, anything. So we are radically inclusive here, and the Turners will be absolutely no different.
So Beth, I was wondering, how are the books selected for the discussion group?
Sure. For the first year, I chose a broader topic, so sustainability as a whole and how it relates to the mission projects of Sustain DuPage. The EC3, the protectors, the gardeners, and the creators. So each of the books that we'll be reading later on sort of reinforces or seeks to create an understanding of why that particular mission project is important. So reinforcing the why. But before we even get into those, I wanted to focus broadly on sustainability as it relates to our American identity. So for the first 6 months, we'll be reading selections from an anthology of American writers and environmentalism. I also chose to select books that give about a 50-50 split between women and men, because I think it's important to give voice to a wide variety of voices, because female authors are often not chosen in the canon. So the canon is sort of what we commonly read in school and in college. Mm-hmm. So I chose a diverse selection of readings. And I also wanted to give people a little bit of poetry and a little bit of different kinds of texts. So we're not just reading short selections, we're not just reading novels, we're not just reading poetry, we're really getting the whole gamut this
So it's like
year.
Not just nonfiction?
No, absolutely. We'll be reading some poetry in the summer months because, people are on kind of on summer mode, they don't want something too dense, so I think reading some poetry can really give rise to that greater appreciation of the earth and the environment, and just being able to appreciate the beauty of the earth is just as important as those nonfiction pieces which shape our logical understanding.
Cool. So Beth, I'm really excited to be a part of this group. How can other people who would be interested in joining become a part of it?
Absolutely. So we will post the link to the Facebook group below. You can also, any questions that you have, feel free to message us at Sustain DuPage on Facebook or post in the comments below on the video. We will have meetup events for those who do not have social media. Our first meeting is January 17th, which is a Wednesday evening, beginning at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Normally the meetings will start at 7:30, but we wanted to give people a little extra time to meet and get to know each other before we launch into the readings. Readings will be posted on Meetup as well as the Facebook page. We're going to try to scan as many of them as we can ahead of time. Since we're a nonprofit, we can scan things for fair use because we're not trying to make any money off this group. And get reading. So you do not have to come having read all of the material. If it's too dense, or if you're finding that you're having trouble getting through it for whatever reason, come as you are, come with what you've read. As a community, we will support each other in learning these topics and in fostering these ideas.
So you could even just come in and just absorb the discussion and kind of learn from that.
Absolutely. There are no requirements to join. You don't have to have a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have any background knowledge of the environment. You don't even have to be able to read. Well, maybe. But truthfully, we foster community in all shapes and forms.